Mr. President, my name is Snalia Mahal. I am a human rights activist and help to coordinate the 1.5 Degree to Stay Alive project of the Caribbean Youth Environment Network in St. Lucia. St. Lucia, along with other small island states in the Caribbean and Pacific regions, are at the forefront of the battle on climate change. The impacts of climate change are already being experienced in my part of the world. Countries already struggling to develop are further being hampered by climate change. Those who have brought this uncertainty on the planet have the moral obligation to ensure that the most affected have the means of responding adequately to the many impacts of climate change on their lives, their livelihoods, and the lives of future generations, and to compensate for loss and damage. Questions are asked that some may be afraid to answer. Don't we have the right to develop like other countries have? Is planet Earth only for some to enjoy? Don't we all have the right to the only place we call home? Will we get a world with a global color line, with climate disasters and death for the most vulnerable people of the South, while the North seeks to secure minimum safety for themselves? We believe that climate change is a very real threat to our existence. In St. Lucia, we are of the belief that although we have not caused the problem, we surely should be part of the solution. For this reason, through the Caribbean Youth Environment Network St. Lucia chapter, we engage in the Caribbean region's climate justice campaign 1.5 to Stay Alive. We are part of the Global Solidarity campaign in Paris, of the vulnerable countries that opened the eyes of peoples everywhere and resulted in the vague inclusion of the 1.5 degree ambition in the Paris Agreement. Without our struggle, we wouldn't have gotten anywhere. But the hard reality is that the irresponsible world is moving towards 3.5 degrees Celsius increase. Millions of people, many of which already live with disadvantages and struggle to survive, are going to perish. Yet when we speak of human rights, we tend to ignore the impacts that climate change will have on individuals and people's rights. It is already happening. The victims are all here for us to see, and future generations will suffer more. I now call on the Human Rights Council to make climate change and its human rights consequences a high priority for the Council. It is long overdue for the Council to appoint a special rapporteur on human rights and climate change. Please show that you have the will and courage to act for human rights for all. I thank you.